The Center for Innovative Ventures of Emerging Technologies here at Rutgers gives assistance, advice, and tools to guide requisite business processes. Their mission is to commercialize and promote discoveries from university research for the public good. They also strive to foster ties between academic, industrial, and governmental labs, providing training for the region's next generation and accelerating cross-disciplinary science to technology breakthroughs and ensure opportunities for innovation.
Well, what Civic does overall is it works with the researchers. It was established about 6 or 7 years ago, and it works with the researchers to help them understand the value of their technology. So they're in their labs and they're doing research and they're brilliant at that. But then they turn around and say, okay, this is great, but can I sell it? Is industry interested in what I'm working on?
The medical school, UMDNJ and Rutgers are merging. And this program actually takes Rutgers engineering students into the medical school to watch over the surgeons and see operations at the hospital.
I think this is a terrific program. I have to say, as a clinician and as a surgeon, it was refreshing having biomedical engineers that have a lot of energy and enthusiasm in the operating room.
I benefited from this program because it gave us real-world experience. It allowed us to see how surgeons work and how they use the tools that ultimately biomedical engineers make. Surgeons are end users of medical devices too, so to see what they need and what the medical devices community needs in improvements has really helped me.
Gaining exposure to the hospital environment where these tools are going to be used. So it's always one thing to make it, there's a whole other thing to see how it's being used. So it gave me some more insight into the practical applications of the things I'm working to create.
It will really help me in the future of deciding what I want to really go into. Since being a senior right now, we are working on senior design projects as well. It has really motivated me to go into designing tools in order to make it more better for the surgeons.
It takes a fresh perspective from a biomedical engineer who has no medical background to recognize things that many of them pointed out to me after the program.
There are so many ideas that came from the current students. Maybe increasing the OR shadowing opportunity. We were talking about perhaps holding a fair where medical device companies come in, manufacturers of medical devices, come in and show their wares.
We actually got the chance for one of the surgeons to explain to us exactly every single medical device that they use, that surgical instruments that they use, and I think that was one of the biggest areas that I benefited from.
I think it's a great indicator for Rutgers students because with our major there's always 3 tracks, and by seeing how each track is applied, we could see that whether or not the track they've chosen may sound good in theory, but when you actually see it put to real use, they can get a better idea of what they're in for after graduation.